Do you think the favor would be Paul Heyman getting people from the bloodline to ensure that CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble?
Ah, maybe.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the home of pro wrestling what ifs, Kayfabe Theory, and today we are talking about the 2025 Royal Rumble and our predictions. I'm Gary, and as always, my partner in crime.
What's up, man? I'm Keith.
All right, so we're gonna jump right into it with the men's Royal Rumble and our picks for this. And boy, did this seem tougher than it should have been. All right, so there's the obvious one that I want to go with, and you know my feelings on this, but I feel like I have to go with CM Punk here because he's like the only one that makes sense. I don't know how that favor with Paul Heyman is going to chime into all this.
I mean, you're not wrong for picking CM Punk. I mean, he's one of the few people that everybody, or most, I'll say most people want to see win. And the only person I can think of that he'll go against, even though it'd be crazy if he go against Cody, but it should be Gunther.
Ooh. Okay, so it just hit me because I just mentioned the favor. Do you think the favor would be Paul Heyman getting people from the bloodline to ensure that CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble?
Ah, maybe.
Because everyone thinks that it's like the I think people think it would be just how to get CM Punk into the main event, which is basically pull some strings, CM Punk is in the title picture at WrestleMania. But if the favor is using somebody, whether in the bloodline or somebody else, to ensure that Punk wins the Royal Rumble.
Okay, I like it. I
Hmm.
like it. That'd be a different favor. Okay, I like that one. Because I had thinking like that he'll try to screw over Roman, but
Yeah.
but
But now Roman's going to have to throw everyone out for CM Punk. CM Punk's just going to be like, all right, Mr. Tribal Chief, out of the ring. Just toss yourself over.
it's-
Come on.
he, you'll see that resistance in Roman's face. That
Oh, his
he'll
head
never
might
do it.
explode. All right, so there's my half.
Oh,
What's
you're
your
not
half
there.
for the Rumble?
I thought who could be a different change of things and a big surprise, also for a good reason. And I chose The Rock. Now, I'm so sorry. I know this look on your face. I'm so sorry, but yes,
Oh, I know I'm
reason
not
why
gonna be the only one after people watch this and be like, "What the hell did you just say?"
reason why I picked The Rock, because I always thought about him possibly getting his get back to Cody.
Hmm.
And I'm thinking, oh, what if instead of being using his board power moves to get the championship match, how about he win it legit and
I
he'll
still
do
think
it?
somehow he would end up using his power moves in the match itself, because we saw that at WrestleMania last year when he told the ref, like, "You keep counting and you're fired."
I mean, it could be. Matter of fact, he
Yeah,
might do it in the Rumble. Like he might come in at number 30.
yeah. Or he'll tell Jimmy Uso or something to turn around and go back to the locker room. I'm taking your spot or something. I don't know.
But overall, that's what I think because I would like to see The Rock try to get back to Cody to see how the fallout's going to happen after that.
It's just I feel like Rock is gonna do something to Roman. And it's hard because I feel like neither one of us can be right. Like Punk can't cash in this favor to have Roman help him, and The Rock like screws Roman as well. But I mean, maybe it's going to be later on down the line because Rock's always saying, "Oh, I'm the final boss. I'm playing 10 steps ahead in chess," and so maybe it wouldn't be the Royal Rumble, but that would be a good spot to just be like that. That would be the ultimate millennial Vince McMahon move.
Like what? Oh yeah, like in 1999 Royal Rumble when he made himself 30.
Yeah. Okay, so those are our predictions. So we got one CM Punk, one Rock. All right, and then let's go over the odds of surprises. And tell me, Keith, do you believe TNA has that deal with WWE? Man, Joe Hendry might come in and just tear up in the Rumble. You can see the excitement on his face, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not I'm not a Joe Hendry hater, just that him and a few others that I know keep annoying me. But I'll say I'll go further, traumatizing me
With that
with
damn
Joe
song.
Hendry. Every time I walk in a room and they'll play the Joe Hendry music when I walk in a room,
Yep.
I've been highly attacked with Joe Hendry. So when they come out of nowhere and say this to me, it's met with so much disgust in my heart because the people that love him. So I have nothing against Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is great. I would like to see him, but I know that I will have to suffer in the process.
Well, let's make you happier. All right, let's go to another surprise that might be a favorite. Odds of Trick Williams showing up in the Rumble.
Please, that's my last. I was my pick for last year to be a surprise. I don't see a reason why he shouldn't be in it this time, unless they have bigger plans from. He at least got to show up.
So with that, as a former two-time NXT champion, current NXT champion Obafemi, I think he'll be the guy that kind of fills the gap that is left by Brock Lesnar right now.
Yes, he'll be the guy that come in, dominates, throwing bodies on top of bodies.
Yeah, he's gonna throw like 7 people out, and then he's gonna get eliminated somehow. And
I would love for him to go against Braun.
Okay. So with that, we've all seen the news from over in AEW, and we know now because the House of Black has now become the Hellhounds or something. Aleister Black re-emerging from the ashes like a phoenix in WWE.
I like that. As soon as music hit too. Oh, if they don't change his music, because I know they've been changing everybody's music lately. They just keep the same theme song that he had. Oh, that would be great. But more than likely they'll change it.
All right, and final one, because we saw this in the fall. We saw Big E come back, and even though his boys, the New Day, turned their backs on him, could Big E make an appearance at least to maybe screw over the New Day?
That's a hard question. As much I would like to see him come back, so at least have a storyline with the New Day, I don't know, because the problem is he did mention him coming back. I do remember in some reports by ABE himself saying that he is healing up, but never mentioned like his abilities as being able to wrestle.
I mean, I'm not saying he's going to come back and wrestle. I'm just saying like maybe Kofi is going to be in the middle of one of his classic Rumble spots, and all of a sudden here comes Big E out of nowhere and just like Kofi's doing a handstand or something, and then Big E just pushes him over, ruining the moment, and everybody cheers.
Okay, I'll take that.
His version of vengeance. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on to the Women's Royal Rumble match, and boy, will I simplify my thing. Charlotte Flair, same video and promo package types as Cody last year. I just don't see it not happening.
To give you some optimism, once again, it is a good idea for Charlotte to win. And I think a storyline sake, if she wins the Royal Rumble and she picks Rhea Ripley, that's so they can run it back again from WrestleMania 39.
Mm-hmm.
So we can see a full-blown rematch from WrestleMania 39 this time at Las Vegas. So at least that will gain some type of interest. I hope it gains interest for you specifically, but that's why I would say why it's a good idea.
I'd rather, like, I get the rematch thing, but I'd like to see her and Tiffany Stratton. Just the natural athletics that they have, I feel like they could do something. They could do another great match. Like I'm not bashing the Rhea and Charlotte rematch. I mean, their first match was great. I'm sure a rematch would be just as amazing, but I don't know. I think there's something with Tiffany where it kind of comes across as like new versus old. Not that
Mm.
Charlotte is like on her way out the door retiring or anything, but kind of like a new generation and previous generation.
All right, so let me get to my pick real quick. So it was a hard decision for me because I'm looking at the roster. At first, I wanted Bailey, but I took a hard thought about it. I say, nah, give me Io Sky. I'm living that gains a lot more interest for me to watch Io Sky win and have her challenge Tiffany Stratton.
That would be good too.
Yeah. See, see, that's where I like to see. That's where when you talk about athleticism and ability, Io Sky can bring that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I mean, we got those. Those would be two like matches where we'd all just sit there and be watching the match like this. Just every flip over the top rope.
So- but yeah, that's I'll pick Io for my pick. Let's get to the surprises. My surprise, I'm gonna pick is Jade Cargill because once again, I like the storyline for storyline's sake. I'll say that a bunch of times in this video. We already know she got hurt. Online, there's been rumors thinking, oh, Naomi's the reason.
Naomi.
Some parts we think it's Bianca,
I think it's
but
both.
maybe it's both. But simply just having Jade Cargill come back and just show up in the ring with Bianca Belair and Naomi in there and just see what she'll do. We don't know how she react or what's going to happen because she knows. What,
Yeah.
like J. Cole's my fault. The J. Cole song, she knows.
The odds of AJ Lee coming back to the ring for a women's rumble now that Punk is back.
I think as a fan, I would love to see her back.
Yes.
I haven't seen anything speculating, but knowing CM Punk and AJ Lee, they've been very good at hiding what the fuck they were doing. If she does come back, I'm going to be very happy.
Okay. So Jordan Grace has been taken off the TNA roster. Do we think that she'll have a second debut or maybe an official debut in WWE over just being a crossover?
Of course, she is going to show up at the Rumble.
Yeah. Okay. So 2 for 2 then.
My only problem is, are they going to put her on NXT or is she going straight to the main roster?
And speaking of NXT, we got the former women's champion, Roxanne Perez, another one who could be another main roster debut sometime soon. Or the NXT women's champion, Julia.
You gotta let the NXT champion come in. I think it's like it should be a tradition, but Dad, you're an NXT champion. You gotta show up to the Rumble. But
yeah. Not to mention, it would be cool with Julia having like a face off with Io Sky or something, like you were saying with Oba Femi and Braun Strowman. So we get like a Julia and Io Sky standoff. Just that brief moment of give it to us. Let us soak it in.
Oh, yeah. Dang, I thought another person on the spot. Julia, Io Sky, and Asuka.
Oh yeah, Asuka's been gone for a while. Oh, that'd be good. I'd want to see that as almost like a stand and deliver match. Don't even no qualifications. Just be like, we want this match. Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only reason why I picked her because I saw her at Raw when it first came to Netflix, and now it's like I piqued my interest as Pete. See her again, Victoria.
Yeah, because I think we got like when Edge and then Adam Copeland and Cope was still in WWE. I think wasn't Beth Phoenix in the Rumble for a while? Didn't she come in one year?
Yep, she did.
Yeah. Yeah, so Victoria would be a good one to kind of throw it back. I mean, we saw Michelle McCool last year.
Well, it was kind of obvious because we knew Undertaker was there. So okay.
Yeah. Credit though. I mean, she got in the ring with them Uggs.
I do give her credit for that.
Yeah. So, yeah, watch Victoria come in and throw around a couple chicks, a couple of the smaller ones maybe.
Oh yeah. I would love to see that.
All right, well, there's our wrap up for the Women's Royal Rumble. And in the filler matches category, let's see what we got. All right, we got the WWE Tag Team Championships. Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Thump your fist.
I'll say Motor City Machine Guns because, hey, there's another group of guys who I liked outside of WWE. That I'm mostly known for TNA when I watched them beat the Dudley Boys, which supposedly their last match or retirement match. I'm highly appreciative and happy that these guys are in WWE because they've been great for so long, and I did not want their talent to be wasted at AEW. So I'll pick Motor City Machine Guns to capture the tag team champions again.
I don't know. I'm gonna stick with DIY on this one. I think somehow there's going to be a payoff with one of the teams, and they'll sneak through and they'll grab that third fall with some shenanigans. Even though they're not, it doesn't feel like they were really over or anything until they turned heel. I still felt bad that they only held the tag team titles for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then they lost them in like their second defense with the Bloodline. And I think they'd be good guys to have runs with. And I mean, I feel like at some point we got to get DIY and Street Profits again, because Street Profits kept getting screwed over and over and over when it came to tag team championships, and DIY was always right next to them. So I feel like eventually we got to get Street Profits and DIY going again.
Of course. Oh yeah.
And I feel like Street Profits would be the ultimate downfall of DIY. So that's why I'm going with them. I think they're going to have some dirty underhand tactics thanks to the Yes Boys.
Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again.
He's always trying to tell me not to do things.
I'm trying to help you out. You over here.
Yeah. Between
flailing.
Yes Boy and Tippy Time and believing in a certain TNA wrestler.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess then with that, so we got one Motor City Machine Gun, one DIY. And then we go to the ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens.
So, do we both agree on this one or not?
Do we agree whether Cody Rhodes, who's been champion for the last 10 months since WrestleMania, is going to lose the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble at the beginning of the road to the next WrestleMania? No.
Okay, good, because I go in on Kevin Owens. Okay. Oh, this man lost that Saturday main event and took the championship, and now I've been running around talking about, we know you didn't win it. You're just holding the championship. You're just like a fan in the crowd who run the replica title. That's how I feel about him.
Well, I think a big part of his argument is the fact that he had Cody pinned when the ref got knocked out, and then the Golden Boy cheated by doing the crossroads on the chair to beat KO. So I think it's like he views himself as what should be the rightful champion. I can kind of understand where he's getting at, feeling screwed over by Cody again. I'm more curious about how this will play out. I guess it'll be more determined by the order of the card, but KO seemed like heavily implied to Sami Zayn, like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, and then we'll main event WrestleMania together. So I wonder how Sammy's going to play into this. And I mean, you can just do like a trickle down storyline. You've got how Sammy's going to play into this match. You still got Karrion Kross, who's always lurking in the shadows behind Sami Zayn the last couple weeks. Then you got Seth Rollins and Sammy going back and forth arguing. So I think whatever happens with Cody and KO is going to feed a lot of little stories going into WrestleMania, at least on Raw.
Everybody else knows that KO, he wants you all the way up until he doesn't anymore.
I'm done playing with this toy.
That's basically what happens every time. Every time he has a tag team, he always betrays them eventually. back to your point about order of the match, that's also important to know if if the match is before the men's rumble or after. If the match is before the men's rumble, then I'm guaranteed we're going to see KO do KO things. He'll lose a match, and at some point during the rumble, he'll take somebody's spot and try to win the Royal Rumble.
I think the WWE Championship was the first match at the Rumble last year. I think they always ended with the men's Rumble. Or maybe it started with the women's Rumble. Yeah, women's Rumble and then the 2 filler matches, then the men's Rumble. But I figure if WWE Championship, we're probably gonna end up starting with Cody and KO. So I'm kind of with you. I think the consequences of that match will play into the men's Rumble later. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for sticking it out with us. Again, 2025 Royal Rumble predictions, and we will come back and talk about what happened during the Royal Rumble afterwards as we all sit there and go, I don't know how he puts up with me. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. And if you want to keep up with our other videos, don't forget, of course, to subscribe to the channel and let us know down below. Did we miss any? You disagree with any of our picks? Any surprises that we missed? Let us know. We'd be curious to what everyone thinks. Again, this is Kayfabe Theory, home of pro wrestling what ifs. I'm Gary, and
I'm Keith.
all right, and we will see y'all next time.